Hi everyone, it's Michael from Chess Lifestyle, and as I'm waiting for my hair to dry so I can film the final chapter of my chessable course, which basically means that I can start doing these daily streams, probably starting from tomorrow, I wanted to make a YouTube video about how I managed to get to 2500 in all my ratings of Bullet, Blitz, and Rapids. So basically, I made it yesterday. I had an amazing run, gained just over 25 points in order to make it across the finish line. So basically, I wanted to, break how I did it, like break it down into 5 steps, which then hopefully maybe at least one of these steps can resonate well with you and maybe allow you to push that extra little bit to get to a certain rating goal. So the first thing I wanted to say is that this quote is one of my favorite quotes of all times. It's the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried, and it's really so true. And especially with chess, like every top player has gone through so many losses, and especially with any kind of like rating goal, you really have to fail like so many times at trying to reach it in order to finally succeed. Like you have to try different environments, different mindsets, different playing styles, everything. And at some point, something will click, but not unless you failed many times first. And yeah, I feel like if you keep this in mind, then it will basically help with your resilience and perseverance to keep pushing towards the goal, even if it feels like it's really tough at some point. Just like keep reflecting on like how the grind is going, and if you feel like it's not going so well, then maybe you need to switch something up. So that's the first thing. The second step I would recommend is actually something that I've changed just very recently in the last few days, which is, as you can see here, this is just a screenshot of my phone. And what I've done, I've basically set alarms for every single day, depending on what commitments I have that day. So I think Mondays are actually my chillest. So I wake up at 10 a.m. And then on the other days, I'm waking up at 8 or 9. And what I'll do is when I wake up in the morning, well, firstly, I'll wake up to a random alarm. So there's a setting on my phone called Weather Adaptive. So basically, I get a new alarm every morning, and that kind of like keeps things a bit more interesting than just having like the same old alarm that you just snooze because it sounds so horrible, if you know what I mean. So yeah, having this random alarm really helped. And then when I would wake up, I would just drink a full glass of water and then go straight to the shower. So in the past, I've been like, like I'd wake up, check the candidates, scroll on my phone for an hour through like, dark Instagram reels, like an absolute degenerate, right? And yeah, the rest of my day, I'd be kind of groggy and thinking, oh, is it just because I'm unfit? Am I just ill or something? Well, I found that really actually like my energy is so much better when I just wake up, drink a glass of water, jump in the shower, and then go about my day. And yeah, I'll do some like scrolling and whatever and time wasting during the day. But because I've had that fresh start, my brain is just like not like a zombie for the rest of the day. I really don't know how it works, but in any case, it does work for me. And these last few days, like I feel like I've been just much more on it in terms of like my thinking skills. So yeah, first one I would say keep in mind this quote for resilience. Second one is improve your physical and mental condition by having a good start to the day. And the third one I would say is that like the biggest change I would say in the recent weeks is that I've basically been competing in these Blitz invitational tournaments where some very strong titled players are playing, and just getting practice of playing 3+2 against these titled players has just been really good, not only for my chess strength but also for my confidence, right? So I played a tournament recently where I managed to draw against this lead chess user here, which is actually, you can ignore the ratings because they're not correct, but this is a 2600 GM. And this player who I drew to here, oh no, this is a very upcoming junior who I actually don't know his real rating, but this player that I beat was a 2400 IN. So some really great tests and good results as well. And I think just like when you play against like stronger opposition, let's say not on your main account that you're grinding, but let's say on an alt account, or if you're playing, let's say, at a new chess club and there are lots of players stronger than you, your game just raises. Your level just goes up, and then you just start playing better chess. So I think like getting frequent practice against stronger opposition, and then returning to your main account where you're trying to grind rating, you'll just feel that you're so much stronger, right? So this was another big factor. So that's number three, getting like consistent practice in against strong opposition. And then I'd say the fourth thing, which really helped me push over the line recently, is one of my friends, Bop into the Beat, who I don't know if we can see here. Yeah, he's like 2700 bullet, 2500 blitz. Yeah, we were recently chatting, and this conversation, I just said, any tips on 2500 blitz? And he said, yeah, blitz is all about form for me. If you can recognize when you're on form and capitalize, you can gain a lot. And then I did it, like, like a week later. So basically, I think this is so true. And I'd say two things from this simple message. One thing was the fact that I feel like me and this guy are kind of similar level. Like when we've played, I don't feel like he's like much stronger than me or something. Where I think we're just balanced. And that kind of gave me some confidence that, okay, like if he can do it, I can do it as well. And also I think this point about form is really good because yeah, like you'll have one day where you're playing online chess and missing everything, and another day where you feel like you can really make that climb. So I think just really listening to yourself and making sure you can you're in the right mindset to climb, basically. And for the fifth and final point, I would highly recommend, if you're interested in how I've been able to make such big gains in my rating recently, is this video here that I posted 2 months ago, my top 10 insights to reach 2500 online as a non-titled chess player. And this was for when I got to 2500 rapid. And these tips in here, I really think were like a game changer as to how I viewed online chess, and also my growth on online chess. Like I wasn't no longer having these huge tilts where I'd lose like 50 to 100 points. I'd be making use of an alt account in the most effective way to then like boost my ability in my main account. And yeah, lots of like the key tips here. So yeah, I would say that like the experience gained from like making this video and really thinking about how to get the maximum out of my chess, this video really is yeah, probably my best video on the whole channel, to be honest. Like I think everything considered. So yeah, I'd say these are like my five kind of tips that basically help me push past the finish line. And yeah, now that I've managed to get 2500 on my main in bullet, blitz, and rapid, I think I'm just going to be leaving it for the longest time. Like unless I get like a player title of like FIDE master or above or something, then I might have the confidence to play on it again. But it's just like, yeah, to reach this is one thing, to maintain it is really another. Like to always be on this top form and playing at this level is very difficult. So I think I'm probably going to be playing a bit more on my alt account, just for fun. Maybe I will try and push for 2600 there. But yeah, I think at least for a while we're going to just be admiring the fact that this achievement is finally done. Because in terms of like chess achievements, like playing achievements, like I had this like resolution this year to try and get 2500 in all my ratings, and it's April and we've managed to secure it. And that's really nice because I've got some non-chess goals for this year, and that will give me some more time to focus on everything else. But yeah, I'm going to basically film my last chapter of the chessable course today. I think it's gone really well. Definitely helped that I stopped the streaming as well, because it just gave me a bit more energy and time to just focus on it. But probably by tomorrow, we can continue our training. Definitely let me know in the comments if there are any particular kinds of training that you'd like to see. I've got some games that I need to analyze with you guys on stream, which would be useful for me. But yeah, that's everything. So, oh man, I'm just so happy to finally reach this goal. Like, yeah, it was really clutch as well. Like some of the games, like So in this final game, well, okay, this wasn't the final game, but this was one of the clutch games that led to me getting 2500. I had this crazy position here, and I don't know if you want to pause the video and have a think about what you would play here, because, yeah, at this moment, I managed to find a really clutch move, and basically white is threatening to come down, and with the rook and queen, there's like huge counterplay, and I don't have any more checks. But I found this move f5, which is just, you know, a move that looks impossible because of both of these en passant moves, and it also exposes the king. But the point is, if the queen tries to give check, there's actually no follow-up, and if white is to take en passant, then I've got this one extra tempo in order to bring my rook in. And then, yeah, my opponent gave some spite checks, and then it was all over. So this kind of position with f5, this really felt like a shogi move in order to give myself one extra tempo to win. But yeah, there were so many clutch games in this final grind to 2500, and I just really felt that, yeah, okay, this is the day, I have to do it. And yeah, managed to do it. So yeah, I hope you found these tips useful. If you haven't seen that top 10 insights to reach 2500 rapid, like, really highly recommend checking that one out. And yeah, just remember, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. And yeah, I still feel like I'm a beginner in many ways, and need to try many more times in order to reach that level of master. So yeah, hope you found that useful, and thank you to all the YouTube members and Patreon subscribers for supporting this channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our daily streams.